So today we mourn the loss of Mr. Josh, a nobleman in the community. The first step in mummifying Josh is to put salt on his body. So I'm going to take some salt and put it on Mr. Josh. Okay, that's finished. The next step in mummifying Josh is to take his organs, which I've already removed from his body, and put salt on them to preserve them also, so I'm going to do that. By the way, here are the 4 canopic jars. Imseti, the human-headed god, protects the liver. Happy protects the lungs, which is the baboon-headed god. Duamutef protects the stomach, that's the jackal-headed god. And Queba Hesut protects the intestines, the falcon-headed god. So I'm going to pour some salt on each of these. Okay, and seal up each of the jars. Now the next step in preserving Mr. Josh is to take his brain out through his nose. So here, I'm going to, using my very nice hook I have right here, I'm going to take out his brain. So here is Mr. Josh's brain. And the brain in Egyptian culture was not very important, so it was discarded. They believed that people thought with their hearts, not their minds, so the brain is now discarded. The next step in embalming Mr. Josh is to wrap him with linen. So first I'm going to start his body. So here we are, and it's time to say goodbye to Josh. This is the public mourning. So there's Josh, and there's his dog, Amber. So Amber is now going to pay her last respects to Josh. So she says goodbye. So now we're going to do the final steps in the mummification process. We're going to put amulets on Josh, and take some of our wonderful linen here to cover him up with his paper. Okay, so now his amulets are covered up and we're ready for the opening in the mouth ceremony. So here we are, the final day of the funeral. There's 2 parts to this. The first is putting the scroll in his hand. Here you go, Josh. Your dead person hand has to take this. So that scroll helps him in the afterlife. It's a excerpt from the Book of the Dead. So now we have to do a ceremony called the opening of the mouth. So this allows Josh to eat and drink in the afterlife. So I'm going to take my ceremonial razor here and open his mouth. Okay, so his mouth is now open and he's ready for the afterlife. Today we mourn the loss of Mr. Josh, a nobleman. The first step in the mummification process of this Mr. Nobleman Josh is to salt the body. So here I have some salt in this bowl, and I'm going to slowly salt Mr. Josh. So today we are here to mourn the loss of Mr. Josh, the nobleman. And the first step in the mummification process is to salt this unfortunate man. So here we have a bowl of salt, and now we will salt Mr. Josh.